One of the key criteria when you are buying a commercial property is to look something that is almost every time will make you money. What is that thing? If you want to know, then stick around. Okay, so when you buy a commercial property, the first thing that you look for the location, then the property, and then the tenant and everything. I would challenge you to look for one parameter, which is the population, and particularly population growth. If you are buying a property to anywhere in the world, rather even not in Australia, if you are buying something and in that area if the population is growing, you would never ever make a mistake. I mean, that is the number one criteria that you need to look, because if population is growing, every other parameter will fit in. If you have a commercial property, let's say right now vacant, if the population is growing, means there would be more business that is going to happen. So there will be more business happening, means the tenant is going to be, it will be much easier to find tenant. The reverse is also true, means that if you should not be buying commercial property to an area where the population is shrinking. Even though the population is, let's say 50,000, but let's say 5 years before it was 60 or 80,000, now it had come to 50,000, and there is a prediction that in next 10-15 years the population is going to shrink more and more. These are the areas you should never buy commercial property, because just that one parameter can actually derail your commercial property investment in long term. Right now you perhaps have, let's say, 5 years lease, but that tenant, when they moves out, particularly the population is shrinking, means there will be more buildings that will be vacant in the future, and you need to struggle in terms of getting a good tenant. So one parameter is the number one thing, and that is the population growth. As long as the population is growing, which is the case to almost anywhere in Australia, and all right, I mean, if you see, because we have a weapon, we have a trump card called not Donald Trump card called migration, because we can call a lot of migration from different countries. People will be coming, and hence that the population growth is always going to be sustainable, at least for next foreseeable time, which is why population growth is must. If any area, any suburb you are seeing that the population growth is not happening, or there is a projection is not going to happen, those are the areas you need to be careful not to invest, because if you invest on those areas, chances are that it will be a high risk. If not now, in future it is going to be a high risk area. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.